Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of The Binding of Isaac. Let's take a look at our stats, as we oft do at the beginning of these runs. Looking good. Today I think we're going to do another challenge run. Let's try 9 deaths. The 9 death challenge run starts you out as Isaac, but you immediately gain the dead cat. So, Isaac's advantage of having 3 heart containers, gone, non-existent. That can be trouble, especially on the first couple floors, when having only 1 heart container can mean a quick death. Luckily, the majority of bosses in this game seem to drop health containers, so it hopefully won't be a problem the entire run. That being said, there are runs where you simply don't get any health containers. If this ends up being one of those runs, we're in for a very difficult time. First item is Brother Bobby. It's a familiar. He'll follow us around and shoot relatively low damage tiers, but at this point, his tiers and my tiers combine to do extra damage to enemies over time, so I consider this to be basically a damage up. Now this is a room layout I have not seen in a very long time. I could put the bomb up here, but instead I'm going to put it over here just in case there's the secret room or top secret room here. And sure enough, there was. Inside is an eternal heart. If I can keep this heart safe and take it with me down to the next floor, that will be my first health container of the run. Now, I do have 1 spirit heart, so hopefully I can keep that eternal heart safe. If I lose the spirit heart, any damage I take will destroy that eternal heart. So I'm going to try and play a little bit more cautious. I half expected to immediately take damage after saying that. Let me play a little cautious. Immediately take damage. If we can keep it, like I said, that's the goal, because on the 9 deaths run, the 9 lives run, I guess it would be. Although I believe the challenge run is called 9 deaths, so either is fine. The heart containers can be a huge benefit if you can get them early. If I end up dying, I'll respawn with only 1 health container. So, after I start gathering health containers, my goal is to either trade them off for deals with the devil, for damage advantages, or not die. First boss is going to be Pin. I have 2 bombs. I could go back and look for the secret room. There's one spot I think it could be. That would be north of the treasure room and south of the super secret room. That's the only spot I'm looking at the map. That's the only spot I really feel has more potential than the rest of the spots around there. So I will probably... Ooh. Well, this is both good and bad. This Eternal Heart will combine with my current Eternal Heart to give me that heart container without leaving the floor. Watch and see. This, however, is not a health up. This is Squeezy, which is a tears up and 2 spirit hearts. Not a bad pickup by any means. I'm pretty happy with it. I would have rather gotten a spirit heart from Pin rather than the eternal heart. But you know what? You shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not going to complain about that. And no, that is not the secret room. So, with that being the case, 3 cents, so I don't feel that the shop is viable at this point. I think the best thing to do, the best course of action, is just to move on. 2 heart containers now, and 3 spirit hearts. Not a bad build. Oh, but no keys. That could be trouble. If we do not find a key on this floor, I'll have to abandon that item room, which is horrible on one of these challenge runs, to abandon an item room. You really need those advantages. Let's take this room out simply. My rate of fire is nice and high. With Brother Bobby at my side, I also have a slightly higher, quote-unquote, rate of fire, because Brother Bobby's tears will mix in with mine and help me push enemies back, slow down their advances. I did pick up a key there. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go right to this item room. And we have Bum Friend. I said we needed advantages. Bum Friend is not an advantage. I've already taken him, so he's not a new item for us. So I don't feel that he's probably not worth picking up. Probably not worth picking up right now. If I pick him up, I can say goodbye to any opportunity for shops, because he will be stealing my money like a bum. So not worth picking up. Let's come down here and take out these spiders. The spiders are trapped in the rocks. If you go up here, they'll free themselves, but you can usually kill them with... I was going to say before they free themselves, but that one obviously was a little impatient. I'd rather play it safe and attack them through the diagonal cracks in those rocks, rather than try and rush in there and get some hits on them before they pop out. When you're playing a challenge run, I think it's important to play a little bit more safe than you normally would. take a couple less risks, just because the challenge run is supposed to be a little bit more difficult. And mind you, some of the challenges are pretty easy, but this is not one of the ones that's in the shoe-in for a win category. We have our first library. I have the key, and I have no spacebar item, and so I will be going into the library here. Remember, if we can go into enough libraries in this run, the libraries will become double item rooms. Book of Sin gives me a random consumable. A key, fantastic. Telepathy for Dummies gives you homing tears for one room. Sort of like the Spoon Bender, but just for one room. I'm taking the Book of Sin. Of the two books, it's definitely the superior book, by almost any measurable standard. Book of Sin I can continue to get consumables from as we push along here, but don't mistake my desire to pick up the book with a desire to keep the book. I'll take the book with me only until I find a better spacebar item. Even something that's mediocre, like, say, a unicorn horn, would be better, I think, in the long run, because it will allow me to it will prevent me from taking foolish damage. Book of Sin can give us the advantages because it can drop keys, it can drop spirit hearts, but I feel like something a little bit more defensive/offensive would be better. Pink Widow. Pink Widow is a faster, smaller version of Widow. Coughs up the flies here. Coughing them up. Oh, just got like a smoker's lung filled with flies here. Dropping the nubs. Low HP on this pin, so I don't think it's going to... Or not this pin, this Widow. So I don't think it's going to give us too much flack. Already taken down. Keep some distance from these nubs, and they won't be able to hit you. Once you smack them with a couple of tears and they shrink... Oh, I cleared the basement without taking any damage. Nice. As I was saying, once you smack those guys around, they need to grow back up before they'll spit again, so shouldn't be a problem. I picked up Meat. Meat is a health up plus a small damage up. Ignore the fact that it says HP and tears. Your rate of fire does not actually go up, it's just your damage. We have the Nail and Spirit of the Night. I could take them both. If I take one, I'll be down to one red heart. And then if I take the second one, it'll clear off my spirit hearts. It won't kill me, but I'll be sitting with no heart containers, and I'll probably end up dying and using a life. I'm going to take... Do I want to do this? Neither of these are that great. But I am going to take Spirit of the Night. Why not? I'll take it. Flying and Spectral Tears. The caption of the bomb says scary. To be quite honest, when you have no other appearance-changing items, or very few, the Spirit of the Night is a little scary. It's a giant teeth, floaty black face with a weird ghost tail. The reason I'm idling here is I'm actually considering taking the Nail. I don't think I've picked up the Nail yet in any run, so I am going to take it. Using the Nail will give me one Spirit Heart, and make it so that I crush rocks for a room, and increase my damage, and I believe lower my speed for that room. I do want to go in there, but it will kill me leaving, unless I use the Nail in this room, which I will do. So let's go in here, let's pop this open. Guppy's Paw. Oh! I'm going to use the Nail, show you my red tears now doing more damage. I'm going to take Guppy's Paw, and I'm going to keep Guppy's Paw. When I die, I'll have one red heart container. When I respawn, I'll use Guppy's Paw to turn it into 3 blue hearts, which I think gives me increased survivability. Oh, we're about to run into trouble here. Luckily, somehow managed to not get hit by anything. Remember, one hit will kill me, because I'm sitting with one half of a blue heart. But we do have 9 lives, and so that death will not be a game over death. Let's go in the library here, just to touch these books. Book of Belial, plus 2 damage for a room. Book of Shadows, 10 to 15 seconds of invulnerability upon use. Touch them both, put them both back. I will not see those books again. I'm going to stick with Guppy's Paw. Let's take out this knight without taking any damage. I can fly, and there's only one knight, so this should be a pretty easy room. Let's go up. There is Blood Judgment. He loves the hearts. Not going to give him any, though. I want to, don't get me wrong. I really want to, and I wouldn't mind wasting a couple lives feeding him for a chance at the Sign or the Pact or some other amazing deal with the devil item. Like Mom's Knife, Brimstone, something like that would be great, and I could play him and pick it up. Just realized that we're on an XL floor, so there's going to be 2 item rooms. which means I need another key before I leave this floor to access that second item room. With my flying spectral tears, these rooms are pretty easy to clear, and only by losing focus would I take damage there. Push these guys all into each other down here, pop them up, and then just come back over this rock, where their tears can't hurt me. There we go. I'm gonna say, come on, they gotta both get up for me to be able to do some damage here. There we go, one more to go. These guys can be a bit annoying if you get impatient. Just remember that they won't pop up if you're shooting at them. So don't just sit there, lay on your arrow key, and hope that eventually you get them. Try and show a little bit of a restraint. Lull them into a false sense of security. And then stab them when they're coming up. The fast gobblin's going to be the problem here, because my speed is kind of weak. But I think that we should be okay. Well, he's out of the picture. Let's try and take down one of these guys. Maybe both. Yep, got them both down. And then finally the hyper one. The fast one. I've seen none of the item rooms here. Gotta be careful, because my damage is not where it needs to be to take these guys out in a game of chicken. And so I need to make sure that I'm keeping my distance. Letting Brother Bobby's shots also do some damage. Because Brother Bobby, his damage is a little bit less than mine, but to be honest, my damage is pretty pathetic, and so his helps. This helps quite a bit. Oh! Almost botched it there. Came very close to... Whoa. Came very close twice to throwing this room and having to respawn. Not throwing it on purpose, just failing at it miserably. We've been doing okay so far. Let's go down. Let's clear this down path. With the pits here, this room will be easy breezy beautiful. Just take these guys out. When they revive from their goo state, they have half of their original starting HP, and so by just holding this down, I should be able to take them all out eventually. With Brother Bobby helping me out, my rate of fire being improved by the squeezy, I'm able to kill these guys without having to goad the one coming up away. There we go. First pill of the round here. What do we got? Range up. That's good. My range was a little iffy, and it's still not very good, but that range up goes a long way towards helping make it what it needs to be. Be careful here. You don't want to die to these flies. It's always embarrassing when you die to an easy enemy like a fly. You want to avoid that. I'm killing the flies in 2 hits, which is a sign that my damage is still very weak. You want to be at a point where you're killing flies in 1 hit, especially by Caves 2, and this is Caves XL, which is Caves 1 and 2 combined. So the fact that I'm killing those flies in 2 hits at this point is a little nerve-wracking for the amount of damage that I'm doing compared to how much I need to be doing to have a successful run. Take these guys out. Pick up my first trinket, the missing page, or a missing page. Make sure I use the right article there. I was, at one point, an English teacher in Taiwan, and so I should know that. I should know which articles to use in which situations. Not to mention that it actually is printed on the top of the page. Top of the screen. So it's not like I have to figure it out if it's the or a. I just have to read it. Read it appropriately. These guys, I am over the pit, but they can hop into the air, take a leap of faith, and they can actually just kind of float over the pit. Or as I like to call it, cheating jerks. There we go, one down. Once you get down to just one of those guys, it's pretty easy to predict their pattern. Still haven't found any of my item rooms. Getting a little worried. And also, if you're looking at the top left corner, you'll notice the map is cut off. That's not because my screen region is set inappropriately. It's actually cut off in the game. Still sitting at 1/2 of a blue heart. Have not taken damage as far as I can tell this whole entire floor, except for from that cursed room. Not sure if that's going to ruin my chance at getting that achievement. I didn't realize I hadn't gotten any of those no damage achievements. I thought I had cleared most of those floors without taking damage. So I'm beginning to wonder if going to the curse room counts. And that's why I hadn't done it, because I always go into the curse rooms whenever there's a chance. I love me some curse rooms. Let's take these guys out. They won't be a problem. My rate of fire is high enough that I can push the flies back and kill them fast enough that the enemy can't spawn a fly armada to defend itself from my barrage. I've managed to clear, like, probably I would say 80% of this floor and not find either item room. I'm disappointed. But I do have the keys for it when I finally do. The red turret you can take out without it popping up, which is great. Come on, guys. There we go. 6 keys, looking good. Keys are looking good. Right here you can see there's Tinted Rock and TNT right next to it, which is great for me because that'll save me a bomb. And we got the Small Rock. Small Rock has a damage up, speed down. Damage is something I was asking for earlier, and so I'm very happy to get that. And the speed down, well, it does suck. It's not a huge loss most of the time, especially when you can fly. When you can fly, the speed is less important because rooms where you need speed, you can often move in a more direct path than the enemy can. So enemies like Lust that chase you, because you can fly, you can create a longer path for her. 1 terminus with 2 treasure rooms. Let's look at the left one first. Lucky Foot. Lucky Foot will make it so that every tarot card slot machine pays out every time. You can't lose that machine any longer. It should help with other gambling as well, with the normal slot machine. And the 3-headed, the 3-skull man. It will also make our pills either good or neutral, which is a great benefit. This is the heart. I'm going to pick it up. The reason it didn't give me a heart container is because that last deal with the devil I took put me into -1 heart. Having picked that health up, I'm now set at 0 red hearts. So the next health up I pick up will show up at the top, and it will be accessible to me. Now that I've hit 16 cents, I am going to go to the shop. I would say there's a 50... No, you know what? There's probably a little bit more than 50% chance that it's greed, because I cleared this whole floor with no mini-boss, which means that he's probably in there. But all the same, I'm still going to look, because there's a chance he's not. And indeed, he is not, which is great news. I could pick up the Book of Revelations, which would change the first boss. No, you know what? I don't believe Book of Revelations changes bosses on XL floors. But I would only use it and then lose it, because I want to keep Guppy's Paw. I will pick up the Spirit Heart, though. I will pick up the Tarot card. It's the Moon. The Moon will take me to the secret room. Let's pop over there right now. For a 1-up, which will put me at 10 lives. I don't need it. I'm going to take it. I don't need it. See how that 0's cut off? That's not just in the video, that's on my screen too. That cutoff exists. Oh, what am I doing? Go up to the boss, not down to nothing. First boss we're fighting is Gertie. Don't be surprised if I take damage during this fight. Like so. Wow, I didn't actually mean like, hey, get ready for my damage taken. I just meant, well, I'm gonna die here to Gertie. And I just died to Gertie. I'm embarrassed. I still have no heart containers, so I can't use Guppy's Paw. But that's because I used the 1-up and not the 9 lives extra guy. The 1-up gives you whatever amount of red hearts that you had when you died. Because I had no red hearts when I died, it has respawned me with nothing, which is unfortunate. If I can get rid of this guy, this nub here. Oh, wow, I have no idea how I did not take damage there. Getting rid of that nub should open me up to better dodging, I hope. Come this way. Kill this thing. My damage is, with a small rock, is better. I'm killing the flies in 1 hit, but it's not where I want it to be. I think we're going to be able to get Gertie this time without dying. I'm hopeful, if I just don't mess it up here. In the final moments. Good. Got rid of him. I wasn't able to kill him when I had a heart and a half, but I sure was able to kill him when I had nothing. Literally no hearts. I picked up that red heart container. I could use Guppy's Paw to eat it. I'm not going to do it yet. If there's no deal with the devil in here, I likely will. If there's a deal with the devil in here, then I'm just going to hold on to the red heart so I can buy the stuff in there. Even though I will likely be able to buy the stuff in there, even if I ate the heart, because I could just pick up the stuff and die. That being said, I don't know, I'm feeling like there's no reason to eat it unless I take a hit. If I take a hit here, then I'll eat it. Having taken no red heart damage yet, I believe my deal with the devil chances are still there. I did take a lot of blue heart damage and died on the last boss. But that's still no red heart damage, and so I believe the game will still calculate my chance of a deal with the devil at a percentage that includes the, 35% bonus for not taking any red heart damage on the boss. Sure enough, there's my deal with the devil. Or Krampus. Speed up's nice because that will counteract the speed down from the small rock. And it is indeed Krampus, which will give me a lump of coal, which is in and of itself a damage up. Not the best damage up in the world, but not bad. Ooh, somehow didn't take damage there. No idea what was going on there, what kind of mirrors and magic and voodoo to prevent me from being hit by that blood ray. Wouldn't mind taking a look at that in post and seeing if just my hitbox was below it, or if I actually passed through it without taking damage, which happens more often than you'd think. Something about the way the blood laser computes whether or not it's hit you seems to allow for you to pass through it if your timing is just right. And it's not the kind of timing that you can, like, oops. Let me eat that heart, just so I can be on the safe side. I use Guppy's Paw, turn my red heart container into 3 blue hearts. Got the lump of coal. And the coin. Now remember, if I die with these 3 spirit hearts, I'll respawn with 1 red heart container, because that's what 9 lives does. I've found the 2 treasure rooms, I've found the shop, found the library, secret room. Nothing left to do on this floor. Let's just head down. Still have 9 lives, so I got that going for me. Oh! Gotta watch out for these guys. Let's just get up here, just kind of hide. Sneak some shots down, take out these guys. Oh, shoot. Lost my hidey hole. All the same, managed to clear the room. Not sure which of these 2 is better, so I'm going to take the rusted key. No particular reason except for that I know the missing page only has a 5% activation chance, and I'm not entirely sure what the chance that this thing will help me is. But probably better than 5%, because 5% is pretty crummy. 1 in 20. This is probably like 1 in 10, if I had to guess. So, better to carry this around. Look out for the bomb fly here. Another key and a scent. Let's look in here. Gray chest. I have enough keys and enough bombs that I don't feel the need to open that. We're on Necropolis 1, and there was no greed in the shop on the Caves XL, so it's probably hiding in this shop here. So I don't feel like I have to open that gray chest to get up to 15 cents, because I feel like it's more likely that that's not going to be necessary. If it turns out I'm a couple cents short, and there is a shop on this floor that isn't greed-based, I'll come back for it. It's not like that gray chest is going anywhere. Take out the fire, take out the butt lickers, get a scent. Moving on here. Oh, this guy can be a little tricky. Once he charges me, though, if he ends up having enough... No, he didn't get to charge me. Ow, the blue spikes hit me. I was going to say he'll hopefully charge me and then hit a blue spike, and then it'll, kill himself on it. I'm going to open it. I already said it's greed. Let's fight greed. It is indeed greed. My damage, thanks to lump of coal at a distance, is pretty good, not to mention the small rock, which is also a huge benefit here. Lest we not forget the beauty of the small rock sticking out of my head there, making my tears extra potent. That was close. I thought, I'm going to be all cool and psych it out, and then I was still going to take a hit, and I was going to be like such a fool. Didn't kill this guy up here. I thought I got him. Must have just barely left him with enough health. Took a hit. Little disappointed, but to be honest, I've got 9 lives, and so I'm not super worried. Plus, there's my spirit heart back. And this one will teleport me to a deal with the devil? No. 2 bombs. Going in there was not a loss of any kind, because I only took half a heart leaving. Let's go up here, and then around and down. My speed is not where it needs to be to slide by those guys 100% of the time. Oh! Yikes. Oh, wow. Just back right into that guy, why don't you? This fistula, usually not a big deal, but the turrets on this room, they're the problem. Almost dead. About to lose my first life of the 9 lives. Remember, the last life I lost earlier in the run was from the 1-up, not from the 9 lives. Pick up a halo of flies, should protect me from some should orbit me and protect me from some projectiles. Which is nice, because to be honest, my playing is not as smooth as it could be, and so this extra protection will go a long way. Okay, that guy's taken care of. Ooh, blocked the, I believe that was the halo of flies that intercepted the blue spike for me. Let's open up the golden chest here. Heart that I can't use, and a bomb that I don't need. Oh, that was close. Oh, let's see if he runs himself into these things. Sure enough, he did, and he's dead. I enjoy it when he kills himself on those spikes. I take so much damage on those spikes. It's nice to see the spikes, you know, hate everything and everyone, and not just me. Oh, shoot! Cleared the room, but died from the, almost forgot to eat my, Oh, wow. I did not mean to go in here. But the Fallen is a great enemy to be fighting. He will give us a Deal with the Devil item. My damage is sufficient. I should be able to take him out without dying. I left a blue heart in the other room because I was in, like, such a rush to dodge those bombs that, I left without picking it up. Not on purpose. But don't worry, it'll still be there when we go back. And we can leave this room. This isn't the Mom boss fight, so we can leave this boss fight after we complete it. Take this guy out. Oh, that was close. You don't want to let these guys touch you. They do a full heart of damage when they bump into you. Only 1/2 a heart if they shoot at you, though. Mom's knife! Sure. Why not? And Satan, what you got for me? Satan, you're speaking my language. You're hooking me up. I will take both. Yeah, let's... Is there an order to taking these that would make more sense? I think not. Let's just take this, and then take this. Die, come back, get my 3 blue hearts. Extra damage, extra speed. Sister Maggie, hanging out with Brother Bobby. And let's pick up our spear heart here. And with 11 bombs, I could look for the secret room. You know what? I'm not going to. Because I'm more likely to take damage bumping into those blue spikes going room to room. Even though there are only 3 or 4 rooms it could be in. Let's go up here. Teleport me? Nope. Did not teleport me. Mom's knife, by the way. Huge damage boost. This is the mark. Pretty big damage boost. This run. Pretty much damage boosted. Which is great. We just recently unlocked Mom's knife, and so I haven't grown tired of using it. Clears the rooms, pierces the enemies, does extra damage. Does chocolate milk and Mom's knife have any kind of weird combination or effect? I don't know. Let's pick it up. I already have to charge shot to charge up Mom's knife, so it's not like it makes me change the way I'm playing. If it is a damage up, that's fantastic. If it's nothing, no loss. I'm already doing tons of damage. Maybe with chocolate milk I'm doing tons more. Let's take out the hearts. Taking out the hearts blows up the mask that they're associated with. The mask can't be killed with normal shots, so you have to kill the heart. Don't care about those gambling machines. Oh, almost did not move quick enough there. Almost, mind you. Watch out for these flies. Don't let them kill you. Again, not kill you, but at least hit you. Embarrassing to take damage from easy enemies like that. Yeah, let's go in here. Blow this guy up. Oh, he got close enough to hurt me. Look at that explosion. Look at where I was. In the door. Explosion looks like it's too far to hurt me, but clearly it's not the case. Oh, be careful. Let your familiars take them out. You don't have to get up in there. Don't dirty your hands. Don't dirty your hands. We have a Tears Up. Tears Up will make my Mom's knife charge faster. But it's already charging super fast thanks to all my other Tears Ups. Tears Ups. And so I don't think I need it. Tinted Rock, which I would love to access because the potential to give me extra Spirit Hearts, and since I'm rolling only on Spirit Hearts right now, that would be a bigger benefit than normal. Instead, it's Golden Chest. Inside is Mom's Pearl. 10% extra chance that any red heart that drops will be a Spirit Heart. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take that. Tons of damage to these husks, or whatever they're called here. Taking them out super fast. Gotta be careful, though. Those bomb flies will probably blow up just by getting the tip. You just put the tip in, it feels so good they blow up. And that's how it's done. Spear Heart, nice. Take out these nubs. 4 for 1, special on nubs. And these hanged men flying guys, no problem. Once you get Mom's knife in a run like this, most enemies aren't going to give you too much trouble. You can still botch it. And trust me, I've seen plenty of good players better than I, who've died after getting a run like this. After getting a setup like this, I should say. So it's not in the bag by any means. But as long as I play safe, don't go running head first like that, go running into those guys, we should be okay. Let's come down here. It's Blue Mom. Blue Mom will spawn harder enemies, but Mom's Knife will just sit here and tear into her. And one more hit ought to do it. There we go. Guppy's tail has appeared in the basement. That must be my victory item for clearing the challenge. Finished. And I can't skip the credits, but I will use this time to thank you. If you made it with me this far, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you had a good time. If I made any mistakes that you caught, please let me know. I don't consider it to be condescending or egotistical for you to correct me, because I know that a lot of my play is sort of, you know, what can I say, iffy sometimes. So, please correct any of my mistakes. Also, if you had a good time, consider looking at my other runs. Not every run I'm doing is a challenge run, and I feel like they're getting better and better, especially the video quality, as I do it more and more. So I would still appreciate it, though, if you could go back and watch some of the old ones, especially if you like this one. My commentary is usually about the same, but today was a little lack. I'm feeling kind of tired, so I wasn't at my top. If you want to see some of my better runs, look back in a couple episodes, or look forward a couple episodes, because every day I'm shooting for 2 runs. One going up at 10 a.m., one going up at 5 p.m. So, I'm keeping a schedule. Just thought you should know, in case you didn't notice. We're now ready to go here, we're ready to quit, but let's first take a look at our stats. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Our deaths are getting up there, but that's mostly from deals with the devil that kill you. A couple bad play deaths, but mostly deal with the devil. Item count getting up there. At this point, I'd like to say once more, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day, y'all.